Hi, it's Tom and Rob here. We're outside the venue for our CO2 Europe Summit with the Alps behind us, and we're going to get into our editor's picks. So Rob, thanks for joining me, and I know it's going to be dominated by CO2, which is very apt. Your first pick is to do with CO2 rationing in New Zealand.
It is indeed, yeah. Hello everyone from mountainous Austria. Yes, it is. A quarter dominated by CO2 stories everywhere you look, and I could only pick one or two for this. So first one, New Zealand. This was in early January, and we basically heard about rationing of CO2 supplies. The market had tightened. And I chose this one because it's not your average CO2 story that we see at Gasworld. We're familiar with seeing shortages in the US and across the Atlantic in Europe, often in the UK in fact. But we never hear about the Asia-Pacific region or Australia and New Zealand, so this one really stood out for me.
Absolutely interesting story. And your second pick, also staying on CO2, tell us about this one.
Well, it's a contract for Nippon Gases Europe, and it's to do with bio-based CO2, or biogenic CO2 as we refer to it. Yeah, this is a different kind of pick. This isn't to do with shortages or crises in the supply chain, but it's about the future direction of travel in CO2, and I think it sums up where we need to go with circular economies, with sustainability, and diversification of the supply chain. This story kind of captures that, and actually here at the CO2 Summit in Austria this week, we're talking about that as part of this future for CO2.
Absolutely. And your final pick, we're going to move away from CO2 slightly. Your third and final pick, Linde. Tell us about this.
Yeah, Linde blue hydrogen. I think it's a $1.8 billion blue hydrogen plant in the US. I mean, huge investment sums, huge story. This one's got it all in some respects, even a CO2 element. We're talking blue hydrogen, we're talking energy transition. Because it's blue, there's an element of CO2 capture from that. So yeah, huge story, and I think it's fairly early on in the quarter, but it's made waves. It's definitely got people talking.
Absolutely, and we'll catch up again at the end of next quarter, I'm sure. Probably not in such a picturesque location, back in the studio, possibly.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, you can stay up to date with all the latest news, views and insights on gasworld.com. Thanks for watching.